Hey, what's up guys? The rank 4 player in the world just punched his way to the top of the leaderboard using this giant spam deck. By relentlessly rushing the river with giant and mini P.E.K.K.A, this is a better bridge spam strategy. Sure, it costs more elixir than a battle ram, but it has a huge amount of health and it's way more difficult to defend. And its offenses are amplified with the heal spirit keeping the push alive, while the rage makes everything faster. Once you get an evolved knight tanking in front of your spam, it becomes a never-ending disaster. When desperate opponents are throwing any elixir they have to finish off your giant and mini P.E.K.K.A, just drop an evolved bomber locking onto your opponent's units to send them spiraling into a loss. The strategy with this deck is astoundingly simple. Defend air cards with mega minions and erase all of your opponent's ground spam with mini P.E.K.K.As and bait cards with bombers. After defending, throw giants in front of your counter pushing cards. And because opponents that have just been on offense will not have that much elixir, they'll have limited elixir on defense and they'll struggle to stop your spam. If you have one evolution, use evolved bomber and you can swap out regular knight for dark prince. It's time to unleash giant innovation to break the bridge and assert dominance. And huge heal spirit love to everyone that's supporting the channel with creator code SirTag. Yo, this guy's got a barb hut and a furnace and also a rail delivery in the banner. So quite an interesting card combination from our guy, and he's already yawning as he fully displays his Lava Hound in the back. If that's the strategy that you want to do and just go high in the altitude, my guy, we're going to meet you halfway there with our Mega Minion. So we leveled up our Mega Minion for this reason, guys. I also read this guy's name is Hershey. I was like, yo, our Mega Minion's going to give you some kisses. But Hesky is definitely not wanting some Hershey kisses. He's going to go for Skeleton Dragons, trying to ruin our fun. But maybe we can cook him well done with this bomber. The bomber is able to splash onto those skeletons from the tombstone. This could work out really well for us. And I think that's exactly what's happening. We're forcing out a zap from our opponent, and we're putting him in a pretty bad position where, you know, he doesn't have his tombstone in cycle. If he goes in for a Lava Hound, I bet you he's down to go in for like barbarians or guards. And in either situation, I think we can blast through with a knight and a mini P.E.K.K.A. So I'm expecting him to go Lava Hound on the left. So we're going to try to go in the right-hand side and go for opposite lane pressure. Because anything that he defends with in the right-hand side is not going to work out so well for him, because all those cards genuinely will not be going in the lane where he has his damage. That's kind of what we wanted. We wanted to get out his barbs. I was hoping that we'd be able to break through. I guess the heal spirit wasn't properly timed. If I played it perfectly, what I would have done is I would have went in for the heal spirit after the barbarians took damage, and then the barbarians would have been able to get a lot more accomplished there. But it is what it is. Still in a pretty neat, I think it's a neat position. I know for a fact that we can go for a Mega Minion here. We're definitely going to force out a lot more elixir from our guy. And it's interesting because now the Skeleton Dragons are going to go into the Abyss, right? If the Skeleton Dragons lock onto the right-hand tower, we have the Dagger Duchesses working simultaneously. So we maximize our dagger consumption rate. So, you know, our daggers are depleted on the left, but the ones on the right, we're able to melt the Skeleton Dragons. That's the way that we like to play, doing dual lane pressure so the opponent's forced to like drop cards that they don't want to. And look at us, we're running away with the damage lead right now just because of that play. Now we're able to go in for bombers and say bombs away. Maybe even go for a fireball if he wants to go for tombstone. Oh, you know what? Screw it. We're going to go for a fireball anyway just to get some damage. I think it's worth it. I believe that we're in a decent position because I don't have to respond to the barbarian anymore. And then I'm pretty sure, no, the barbarian's going to do damage. How much damage is he going to do though? That's the real question. I mean, I think it's worth it to sack a little bit so we can do a lot more. Also, this is the riskiest play I've done all day. I mean, we haven't made many plays yet, but going in for a play like that, where you decide, hey, I'm going to drop a Mega Minion, my only anti-air defense, it's not something that I would advise most people to do. Wait, he's letting the mini P.E.K.K.A lock. There's no way, bro. Let's freaking go. All right, so he's going to go with Skeleton Dragons. We're going to get a really good fireball here. We're going to wait a split second. We're going to wait for the Skeleton Dragons to get up close and personal, and then we shoot them down. We're also going for a giant here to body block. Then we're going to go for a Mega Minion. There might be a marvelous way where we win this game today. I just need to make sure that the balloon doesn't get more than one shot on the tower, and we walk with a W with the balloon ready to bash us to bits. But if we're being honest, I probably would have soared to an altitude where he simply couldn't hang. Since we got the hang of the matchup going in for giants and Evo bombers and fireballing his barbarians, with a giant on the tower, we had the power to win. Even if he snagged the left-hand tower, it would have been really hard for him to fly back into the match. As we fly up the leaderboards to 3,800 in the world. And it's time to say goodbye to the Dagger Duchess and hello to the free-to-play friendly Princess Tower. Let's run it. We got to get right into a Mirage. So I wonder what this guy's going to do. He actually does not have the Dagger Duchess. He's also running Princess Tower. Did we convert him to the free-to-play religion? I don't know. I mean, playing into a Mirage, it might be hard to see out here what he's going to be doing, but actually, he's going to barrage me with the Sparky at the start and just completely show his hand. If he's going to be going in for a push with either a giant or a goblin giant, that is what I would anticipate. So I want to fly high in the sky with my Mega Minion and avoid anything like any responsibilities here. Okay, so genuinely, I think our best bet is just to go in for the knight off to the side so the mini P.E.K.K.A targets onto that, hopefully. Oh, wait, this is good. We can heal spirit. This is a salvageable situation where we don't lose our mini P.E.K.K.A. Let's go. And then we can Evo Bomber and rage it up too, right? I bet you he drops something down the middle, and he does. He goes in for a knight. I think that's going to be an alignment. Maybe we can rage up the knight and the bomber. This might be hilarious. Dude, there's no way it's still splashing onto the tower. That's ridiculous. I mean, it was out of the rage, but I think our opponent's angry. So, you know, someone's going to have to rage, whether it's our bomber or you, brother. It's got to be one of the other. So we're going to be going in for the giant in the back, and we'll build up a pretty big push. I like going in for either mega minions with our giant or... I mean, we don't have Evo Zap, so the Sparky is going to be problematic for us, but hey, I got to make this happen. I think it's better for us to play like this instead of going in for, you know, mini P.E.K.K.As and stuff like that. I guess mini P.E.K.K.A on the other side with the knight would be ideal. Yeah, let's cycle our knight first, and then I wonder if he's able to defend this, because he's not even going to be able to go for a Sparky. He has to focus on defense here. He can't just let the mini P.E.K.K.A do its thing. Look at that. The mini P.E.K.K.A, if we rage it up, that's going to attack the tower. He can't defend that. He's going to tornado it. Oh, wait, that was so smart on his end. Then again, he wasn't able to protect his Sparky. So Sparky is ready to get wrecked by this Evo Knight. We're dropping it really far away, so the first Sparky shot is going to get wasted because the Knight takes way less damage while it's walking. When it's moving, it takes a lot damage reduction. And then when it's staying stagnant and it's attacking, that's where it takes maximum damage or the full damage. Anyway, we're going to go for a fireball here. And then I think we're okay. I mean, he's going to go in for a fireball of his own. I definitely do not want to just sacrifice the heal spirit, but I kind of had to. Well played by the opponent. I wonder if we rage this up and get value. I mean, we do have a knight with an Evo Bomber. This is going to be difficult for him to defend. That knight is going right towards the tower as a freaking full win condition. There's no way. That shouldn't be allowed. That's illegal. That is straight up illegal. And then I think we're going to go and steal his giant. There's no way. Oh, dude, stop. Calm down with the aggression right now. He's fireballing in my face. I mean, we have a raged up knight and a tower. No, we can't even survive. Dang it, dude. Who would have thought that you would play that freaking aggressive? Deciding to go in for a tornado to pull my units away. At what cost did you defend? I mean, the price that you're going to be paying right now against the Evo Bomber, it might not be worth it for you. We scored a 3-pointer right in his face with that Evo Bomber shot. It's ridiculous that the mini P.E.K.K.A is endeavoring closer to the right-hand side. Like, I just don't understand that trajectory at all, but hey, it happens, I guess. We go for the knight to go and protect, and I think we can go and plant a giant right in the middle again. Yeah, I think we do that just as early as possible because he's going to go Sparky. Also, let's try to separate our stuff so the heal spirit doesn't get hit by the Sparky shot. Then it can start to heal up afterwards. Hey! The heal spirit was the game-winning play. It jumped straight towards success, ending our opponent's time in overtime. I knew I recognized this guy's name too. He actually finished number 30 in the world. He just didn't have it in his banner. I guess he was trying to hide how good he was so people don't focus up fully against him. Let me know down below in the comment section, would you hide your achievements so then your opponents are kind of confused on how good you are? Or would you be flexing them to instill fear in every opponent? So wandering into this one, it's time to see what this guy is going to be adventuring with. So if we see him going in for bats at the start, high likelihood he's running a bait deck with either Mega Knight or Elixir Golem with Skeleton King. I don't know if it's going to be either of those decks, but that's what I'm thinking right now. So I want to go for a heal spirit on the right-hand side or the left-hand side, depending on where my units are. I genuinely don't really want to be dropping that and cycling that into the Abyss because he does have Dagger Duchess, so it should delete any spirit. Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit, Heal Spirit, they all die to the tower, so you can't just cycle it for damage. Oh, it's definitely the Elixir Golem deck after we see the Skeleton King. So now I think we're able to munch on his tower for a lot of value. I could rage that up. I think it's necessarily worth it. I'm just going to Fireball and preserve our Elixir because he could Elixir Golem me, and that would be tragic if I overcommitted and then he Elixir Golemed because he gets a +1 trade every time I Fireball the Elixir Collector, so he's already up a considerable amount. So if you overcommit and you overextend into Barbarians, you just lose the game. Wait, homie is doing something really crazy. I think he might have lost if I mini P.E.K.K.A with this giant. Is there any way he defends this? I'm obviously going to go Heal Spirit. Means that we can definitely munch on top of the bats, keep the mini P.E.K.K.A alive. Yes! Clutch. That was magical. That was incredible. Yo, chill with that. I think if we rage, it's probably okay because we could get one more giant hit. Yeah, let's go. That was better than I anticipated. I thought it was going to be left alone at like 240 health, forcing me to fireball it, and then he would never elixir collector on that side, so I'd have to fireball and just waste elixir to finish the game. But man, that worked so much better than I anticipated. Perfectly calculated here, apparently. Wait, is the Electro Dragon going to lock into my tower? I hope not. Yes! Every interaction is going my way, making him pay for running this golem no-skill strategy that is also my main deck in Clash Royale, or one of my main decks. So it's kind of funny to play against one of the easiest decks to play and still beating it down so solidly. Also, I guess I know how to play against it because I've played it so often. If you guys are ever struggling with Clash Royale and you're like, how do I beat a certain deck? You start playing that deck and you go and drop a whole bunch of games in grand challenges and lose games with the deck. And then you're like, wait, my opponents are doing this to beat it. And then you understand like how to play against it because you learn from the people that are beating it. That is one thing that I think was extremely important for me. Anyway, we're going to use the bomber. We're going to splash on this stuff. And you already know we don't care. He is going nowhere with that golem. I do not understand this guy's strategy or the audacity from him, but it is funny. I applaud the innovation of trying to go and take that tower with the golem, but it's going to do like, I don't know, some tickles. Well, the giant punches your tower down all the way to 0. And we celebrate by collecting every crown. Yo, this guy's got the Dagger Duchess in the banner, and he's playing Cannoneer. So I feel like he's going to be a sinister Sir that is going to try to do some slimy tactics because he is already betraying the Dagger Duchess, so he can't be trusted. We're going to go and cycle our Knight in the back. It's the best play to cycle. I mean, you just want to spam your evolutions, and then you get overpowered cards. They are basically built-in elixir collectors. You always get positive elixir trades with all of your evolutions. So try to cycle them while you can. We're going to go in for our Mega Man in the back, and actually, we can capitalize on killing this Hog Rider with 0 damage taken on our tower because we are fast, mobile, gaming, athlete, reflexes, fast fingers, and I wonder if we just rage, because if we clean up the skeletons and the mini P.E.K.K.A. Please, come on, mini P.E.K.K.A. You know you want to. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. Stop it. Wait, maybe this is going to be good. We can Bomber here. We can actually activate King Tower here with a Heal Spirit. Do I get 2 hits for the 2-time? No, just 1. It's worth, though. We activated King Tower. Now we can go for a mini P.E.K.K.A. afterward. I mean, I kind of misplaced the mini P.E.K.K.A. It's okay. It's okay. No one has to know that we messed that up a little bit. It's all good. All right, so Cannoneer is so good into our deck, by the way. Being able to destroy mini P.E.K.K.A.s with less elixir spent, really solid against Giant, and it can't get overwhelmed, right? Usually, the Dagger Duchess sucks into our deck in the later game. You spam an Evo Knight in front, you go in for your spam of a Giant mini P.E.K.K.A. Rage, and then the Dagger Duchess is done with arrows, and you're like laughing at it. Pretty fun when that happens for you. All right, we're going to go Mega Minion directly on top just because we have to, not because I want to. I believe it's going to do something, probably. Who knows? If not, I'm a little bit of a sad Sir, but I can still Fireball on top of the Firecracker and a Hog Rider, hopefully. Optimistically, that's what we're trying to do. Just hit everything with this Fireball. Please go in for a Hog Rider. He didn't do it until he actually had to. Dang it, he's really smart. And he's going to Evo Firecracker. Oh, this is bad. I should have counted this card cycle. One of the biggest mistakes that noob players will do, and I guess me, I'm a big noob, is not paying attention to the opponent's card cycle. And if you don't against evolutions, you get punished, and it's really rough. Super rough, actually. All right, so I need to make a huge push here, and I don't know if it's going to work out. Again, our strategy is to use the Evo Knight to tank for the Giant so we can build up a monstrous push and parade through. This is the strategy that you want to do if you want to win. So we're going to rage this up so we can kill the skeletons a little bit quicker, and then we're going to Fireball directly on the Firecracker to get more damage, and we're praying that this mini P.E.K.K.A. can parade through. He's going to use an Electro Spirit. Phenomenal play from our opponent. We heal up the Evo Bomber, though. Oh, geez. We're back in business like we never even left. That's crazy. All right, well, that's good. If we do this, stop this from crossing the river. Didn't work. Okay, that sucks. We're going for a Giant. He logs. That's not good. I mean, we will be able to kill the Hog Rider with no damage here, so there's that. That's always a good thing. Fireball, I mean, maybe this is decent. Maybe we can go for a Bomber here. Stop him from crossing the river again. I mean, if we just stop him from crossing the river the entire time, we just Fireball multiple times, we can win. We would have to play so well for that to work, but it's possible, right? Heal this up, please? Please just kill it. Don't let it do me dirty like that. If we Fireball and then cycle back to the Rage, we might win. We might win. It's so freaking close. The Rage is immediate, and I think we barely get it. Let's freaking go. I think I played that so well at the end to clutch it out. I didn't think I would, and We just barely defended, keeping the Hog Rider off of our tower until we could cycle in the last couple seconds. And somehow, some way, we were able to outcycle and outspam a Hog Rider cycle deck. He definitely had more direct damage than us and a quicker card cycle, so that was insane to win that. Most beatdown decks will automatically lose in the final seconds when everyone's flinging spells, but this deck can actually keep up. Having a super cycle 3.0 elixir average cost comes up clutch. We got a game against someone that's playing Electro Giant in their banner, so I would actually be shocked if he was playing that card. I don't necessarily think that it's a very strong card in the game, and every time I match into it, the opponent is trying to win, not with the Electro Giant, but with Evo Firecracker or Evo Bomber. Oh, this guy actually could be playing Electro Giant since we see a bowler. It would be awesome if the bowler just like knocked the mini P.E.K.K.A into the tower and we got damage. But that was optimistic and it didn't work out. Wait, what if we did this? Knight here and then bomber off to the side and just lock onto the tower and load up the damage, please? This is ridiculously risky, but it paid off so well. Also, I think we got a fireball here, so we kill the queen. And that might not even happen. Now we're to rage and really try to kill the queen, but she did so much freaking damage, man. If we had Dagger Duchess and we got like 2 shots there plus the fireball, she'd be dead. It would have got nothing. So that's how big of the difference the Dagger Duchess makes if you are more of a pay-to-win warrior and you level it up. Even if it has less health than the Princess Tower or it gets more nerfs, as long as it still has a good damage output, it's going to give you so many positive elixir trades that allow you to win games that you really wouldn't win with the Princess Tower. And just have to be transparent. The deck still works really well with Princess Tower, as you guys have seen, but it's even better with the overpowered Dagger Duchess. So I want to go other side. I want to go Giant Bomber here. And I hope he tombstones because then the bomber is able to help us out. I'm going to go Heal Spirit now, and then I can rage, but I don't think that's going to really do anything. The issue here is the fact that he's going to have so many good cards to counter this giant. I'm going to rage just to get some damage on the archer so I won't have to respond as much. Nice thing for the Mega Minion to give value. But man, it's a difficult time here. We have to find a way through someone having a phenomenal defense with Bowler for our mini P.E.K.K.A. And then also he's going to have Tombstone for our giant. So he'll also have arrows for our Evo Bomber, which is like, I guess it is what it is. We're just trying to make do with what we got. Also, you know, that is a nuisance. That is definitely not a card that we like playing into. That Archer Queen is hard for us to counter. We can go for a Heal Spirit here, just to cycle, and then go for a Knight. I think our strategy now hinges on the fact that we can maybe like just finesse it with the mini P.E.K.K.A and hope. Kind of the play, just hoping that he doesn't have enough elixir, but obviously he is. We're going to go for a rage, so then we can possibly go for an Evo Knight directly on top of the Archer. Going to go for a Zap, which is interesting. I think this is definitely better for us to have that happen. I don't think we're going to get any damage here on the left-hand side, but we have to try. He's definitely down a bit of elixir after doing that bad play. We can Fireball on top of the Archer and also the Tombstone, and then we possibly can go in for an Evo Bomber here. Splash onto his stuff and like load up damage with the Giant because we're raging it as well. Wait, we are finding a way back into this game. I literally feel like this is so bad, but we are finding a way to win. Hopefully we can still make this happen. We're manifesting a W here. All right, we're going to go mini P.E.K.K.A with the Heal Spirit. I think that we're in an okay spot. Unfortunately, we can't heal up the tower, but maybe we can kill the queen with a fireball, or maybe she just dies, which is obviously what we're looking for. We're rage because we will one-shot the archers. I really just have to go Knight here and mini P.E.K.K.A so we can force out the bowler. So then he doesn't have anything for the giant, and then maybe we can win the game. That's actually going to be the strategy here. Kind of dumb, but it is what we have to do. We have to wait for the bowler just to cascade on the right-hand side, and then we need to go and evade it with the giant off to the side and like, pray that this works. Really interesting decision from our opponent there. I feel like that's not what he wants to do typically. For a fireball, he's getting arrows. That's obviously very good for him. I need to be able to kill these skeletons. I also need the Evo Archer to die, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. We're going to go in for the giant now. We're going to also follow up with a Mega Minion. Bomber as quickly as we can. I don't think anything else makes that much sense. We have to fireball. There's no way the giant's going towards the tower. Please lose this impossible matchup to lose, guy. Let's go. We manifested it. We made it happen. Let's freaking go. Wow, that was certainly a ride on the struggle bus, but we got out. We escaped the Tombstone prison with the giant to finally take the tower. And the early on abundance of bounce damage with the Evo Bomber put us in a position to win the match. Never give up with this deck because there's always the potential of forcing mistakes from the opponent. And when you get a raged up card locked onto the tower, you'll lock up the win. Give a giant smack to the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.